Hey, we're back to the board today. All right, we're going to talk a little bit more theory, and we're going to give you some 5 rules and 5 tips that we have for an overall fit person. And the first one is going to be no days off. I'm sure you guys have heard this before, and pretty much what we're saying is move as much as you can. Get active. Now, doesn't mean you have to go to the gym all 7 days or work out at a super high intensity all 7 days, but you should do something every day. And that could include a 2-hour walk. So, all right, no, I'm not going to the gym today. Let me go grocery shopping and carry my bags further than I would have normally. Let me park in the back of the parking lot today. Let me play with the kids today. Let me do whatever. Just move around. Number 2, periodization and variety in routines. If you saw one of our previous segments and we were talking about how we've noticed a lot of people tend to favor one sort of activity for their workouts, and over time it either leads to plateauing or breakdown, overuse, and injury. So periodization is super important. You need to go in and out of areas or in and out of cycles when you're lifting heavier, you're lifting lighter, you're focusing a little bit more on explosive training, you're focusing more on running for this 2 months. All right, this next 2 months I'm going to focus on squatting. Next 2 months I'm going to focus on gymnastic kind of stuff, body weight. So important to give the body a break and not overload the systems. I can tell you from my experience, I did over the last few years a lot of heavy lifting. And as soon as I stopped doing as much heavy lifting and I let my legs recover a little, they're so much stronger and more explosive now. So it's very important to not push yourself past and then always be fatigued in your workouts. You're going to lose your intensity and your body's going to start to put on weight. So always periodize your workouts. Number 3 is train at a high intensity. So studies show that training where your heart rate is super high is much more effective for fat loss than it is for staying in a steady heart rate zone. So the research is out there on that. If you don't believe me, go ahead and on Google and you'll find plenty of research there. The key with training at a high intensity, this tends to get messed up a lot. When we're saying train at high intensity, find what you can do and then train the hell out of it. So we're not saying everyone's high intensity is going to be the same. So there's going to be some people who can do CrossFit style WODs and stuff like that, which are super intense, and they can do it because they've developed the movement patterns to do these workouts, and they've practiced these movements lots of times. So when it comes to moving with speed and under high intensity, they're awesome. They can do it and they get sick workouts. A problem comes when if you have not developed these patterns and you try to train the same high intensity as your friend, but you're not at the same fitness level as your friend or pattern level, you're going to get issues. So everyone should be training at high intensities, but get screened, know what your high intensity movement is, and then train it. 4, always be mobile. It is not okay to lose flexibility and mobility. We need to make sure we're maintaining range of motion in all of our joints. Everyone I train, I want them to be able to touch their hands and touch their toes. So they should be able to bend down and touch their toes, and they should be able to reach behind their shoulders and touch their hands. It's so important to be mobile. If you're not mobile, your stability gets messed up. You start firing muscles that should not be firing to do things. It's just we need mobility. It will lead to patterns. So yeah, that's enough about that. We know we need range of motion, and we're not going to strength train if we do not have the proper range of motion. So super important we work on that. And you know what? If you spend some time and actually dig in and figure out what the issue is, mobility comes quick. But if we're just doing the same thing over and over but not seeing results from it, oh, I'm stretching, but I'm not seeing results, we're not stretching the right muscle, or we're not attacking the right segment of the body. So you should see results pretty quickly as long as you don't have any structural issues going on. And yeah. Number 5, eat clean 90% of the time. All right, we're all human. It's impossible to eat something that is not perfect for your diet. You know what? Eat clean 90% of the time, you'll be good. Don't overstress what you're eating. Just eat clean. If you don't know what eating clean is, or if your vocabulary of eating clean or your description of eating clean isn't the same as ours or our fitness experts, then that's not clean. I mean, we're going to go over this in detail in future segments about what eating clean is, but once we establish what the baseline for eating clean is, do it 90% of the time, and then enjoy your life for the rest of the time. All right, that's it today.